Yo, A-Dot in the building. What's good, man? Got another banger for y'all today, man. What's up? Fight broke out in the restaurant. Let's see how things went.
Somebody break it up.
This is sad, y'all.
My sister circle and I were out celebrating our Friendsgiving. We arrived at the restaurant. Shortly after arriving, we only had time to get drink orders. We didn't even get our drinks. And a physical altercation happened between two African American women. We did not know them. We were not affiliated with them. They were at another table. They began to fight. The situation was diffused by management and other staff members. The management came over to our table and told us that they would not be servicing us tonight. We had to leave. I questioned, are you shutting the entire restaurant down for tonight? No, we're just not servicing you all because y'all like to fight.
Because y'all like to fight.
We became shocked, confused, and he did that in front of the entire restaurant, in front of all the other patrons. No one else was asked to leave but us.
I don't know, y'all. What y'all think about this one, man? So it was a fight that broke out. You know, people was calling for it to be broken up. Then the owners, the staff, they asked more black people to leave that wasn't even involved. How y'all feel about that? Y'all think that was right? Y'all think it was wrong? I owned a couple restaurants myself. I used to be managers of them, chefs, all kind of stuff of restaurants. Yeah, for me, probably wouldn't have asked all the black people to leave, you know. That's tough. I don't know if it could be some legal action for that, you know, but you do have the right to refuse service. But I mean, it's still a touchy and sticky situation, man. If they put your restaurant out there, it's going to get a lot of hate, you know what I'm saying? So do you really want to go through all that? Don't know. But let's get back to the black fatigue. Because that's clearly what's going on here. Black fatigue, you know what I'm saying? People don't want to deal with it no more, man. You know, you fighting in their establishment. You know, I get it to kick out the people that fight. You know, kicking out the other people is a little wrong, but hey, man, that's just how people feel sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it's right. I ain't saying it's wrong. Would I have done it? No. I don't agree with that. You know, I wouldn't have put everybody out just because they look one certain way. Now, if y'all was a group and y'all came in together, got it. But if you was just of that ethnicity or background as somebody else similar, you know, I don't see how you could kick them out, you know. I'm sure other people going to have other opinions. That's, you know, that's cool. Everybody got their own opinion. We can agree to disagree. But, you know, more angry black women, you know. Black men got their stigmas. Black men got their stereotypes as well, you know. But black women, angry black woman, mad black woman, obnoxious, loud, you know, fighting, violent. You know, I know they say the men is violent, which is a fact, but, you know, the women that give you a run for your money, man, is just nothing but fighting with them. You know what I'm saying? That goes for black, Latino women that I've seen, you know. Not all, some. And, you know, it's just a crazy job, man. You know, I just keep looking over here at this, man, to see somebody bent over like this fighting, like this somebody's mom, somebody's daughter, granddaughter, aunt, cousin, niece, you know. It's crazy, man, to see people have to go through this. Especially when we living in one of the greatest places on this planet in the United States, you know what I'm saying? So to be fighting when you got a beautiful setup like that, nice looking menu, sure the food was probably good. Y'all in there fighting for what? What could have been that serious? What could have been that serious? Ain't nobody hit your mom, your father, your child. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be doing it. You know, but people getting black fatigue, man, they just don't want to deal with it, man. Non-stop violence, non-stop crazy stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to do better. And that goes for everybody. Black, white, Hispanic. As a nation, we got to do better. Let's just be positive, man. Stop the fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And you know, these women, I'm sure they probably started off with an argument. Probably was in there saying they clocking tea or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Period. All the ghetto stuff that be going on. It's nonsense, man. We got to stop it, man. You know? And now when they kicking people out, people looking crazy. But it's like, they built this business. You can't get mad at them because they don't want certain stuff in their business. Now, is that going to come off a little racist and biased to one specific group? For sure. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely going to come off biased. Definitely going to look that way. Like you racist or whatever, or against blacks. But you know, I don't know how many times this has happened in this establishment where black people have been fighting, but for you to be fed up like this had to happen a few times. And this looked like a nicer restaurant. You know, you could tell by the glasses. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, we got to do better as a whole, man. Black fatigue, DEI, all that is running out, bro. People feel like they didn't gave enough back. I'm not saying they did to the black community for what was wrong to them, which, you know what I'm saying, I don't think is right. I don't think it's right. And I'm not even on that black power. I'm on real power. I'm on right. But if we looking at right and wrong is wrong, if you did somebody wrong for hundreds of years, even up into the 60s and 70s, and you try to do right for 20, 30 years, I mean, even the crime bill show you what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So if you try to do right for 25 years, now you fatigued of it, like, was you really ever trying to do right? Because if you can't do them right for as long as you did them wrong, what we talking about? And that's just a fact. I ain't saying reparations and all that, but something should be given. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people that got land from their family that was passed down because of the Homestead Act and all that stuff. So, you know, people don't want black people to get reparations, but, you know, it's other people that got free land in the Homestead Act. Nobody African-American really got to win from that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it was, 5,000 families? You know what I'm saying? That don't even make sense because it was way more than 5,000 families. That wasn't even for 5% of what was here. You know what I'm saying? So nobody got to eat off the free land that was given away but people from Europe. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if y'all trying to be right, you got to be right. It got to be longer than 20, 25 years. But overall, we got to stop the violence in people's establishments in general, out in public. You know, you can't even really go out in any major city and not have to be fearful of crime, which is done mainly by black people. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do better, y'all. Tap in, make sure you subscribe, like, turn on notifications so you can get more videos, man. We going to be dropping 3 to 6 videos a day, man. Let's get it, man. Stay tapped in.